I just thought I'd take a couple minutes to share a couple thoughts with you about Facebook ads and getting your ads approved, stuff that I find useful, sort of a checklist, if you will. It's really a 10-step little guide that you can follow to get your ads approved. Why am I sharing this? Why should you listen to me instead of somebody else? Well, I guess over the last 20 months or so, I've been doing about 5 figures a day on Facebook ads, and I've learned a thing or two. I didn't know jack when I got started. When I got started, I'd never run any kind of online ads. I'd just been a software creator for 15 years and really had just done affiliate JV kind of promotions and stuff, and promoted to my own list and used SEO, but I've never done paid ads. But as I got going, I learned a lot, and so I've had more than my own fair share of ads not get approved, and I've had ad accounts get shut down and stuff of that nature. So here's a short little list. Maybe you'll find it useful when you come across an ad that you're trying to submit and you can't get it approved. Number one, try not to break the terms of service. Facebook, they're just trying to create an environment that's good for their users. So they put together a terms of service. You can look on Google, search for Facebook ads terms of service, and you can find it's a pretty transparent page that tells you what they're looking for. And again, they're not doing this to try to make your life hard. They just want to create a good environment for their users, which makes sense. I can respect that. Just do your best to try to follow it. A lot of people don't even realize, or they don't take the time to read the terms of service, but most of the time, if you have an ad that isn't getting approved, it's because of something related to that issue. Number two, use your own domain name instead of sending traffic to an affiliate link. This is especially true if you're having troubles getting ad approved. If you've already sent traffic to an affiliate offer landing page and it worked for you, don't change anything. Don't try to fix something unless it's broken. But if you are having troubles, that's one place that I would look. I always send traffic directly to my own domain, and I use pre-sale pages, landing pages, things of that nature, advertorials or whatever. It's also very useful because it gives you the opportunity to pre-sell the offer. You're in control of the page. What's on the page, you're also able to tweak the page and increase your click-through ratios to the offer. In fact, you'll make a lot more money if you use pre-sale pages and send traffic to your own domain, regardless of whether or not you can get the ad approved. Number three, get your ad approved before the weekend. A lot of the time, it's really tough to get. People run more ads on the weekends, and they're just more bogged down, and they don't spend as much time on your ad because they got more ads to deal with and they got a bigger workload. If you're going to run on the weekends, try getting your ad approved Friday or Thursday instead. You don't even have to run a lot of traffic to it. Just let it sit there and then dump the traffic, turn the traffic on, turn up the volume on the weekend. Try submitting late at night. Sometimes if you can't get your ad approved, it's because of the people who are reviewing it. And once they go to bed, somebody's got to take over. So maybe the night shift will be a little bit more lenient. I have found that to be true. It could also be that people from a different country and they have a different sort of sensitivities. Maybe have a different management. Number five, give a little more full disclosure on your ad as to what's going to be on the next step on the landing page. If you're going to collect an email, consider revealing that within the ad. I wouldn't recommend doing this. This is more like a last resort thing. Don't do that unless you're just finding that it's problematic and you can't get your ad approved and you can't figure out why. Something to consider, though. By doing that, Facebook ad reps will be a little more lenient on you. Number six, tune down your image. If you're good at Facebook ads, then you know that Facebook, your ad image is like 90% of the reason that people click through the ad. So you've probably taken some time to study and realize that having some pattern interrupt and whatnot in your image, creating something that's going to shock people a little bit or at least get their attention. You've learned that and you're using that. Maybe you're pushing the envelope a little bit. This is one of the biggest reasons, the biggest things that you can do is change your image. For example, you definitely can't use if you're doing a weight loss offer, you can't put somebody who's chubby on there, overweight. It's offensive to a lot of people and they'll complain about it, and you just can't do that. There's a lot of things that you can't do. I could do a whole class just on images. But you may have to tune down your image if you are pushing the envelope a little bit there. Number seven, scrap it and start all over. This is especially relevant for those people who have had success running an offer and then they can't get their ad approved anymore. They're like, hey, this has been approved before. Why can't I get it approved now? And what you'll find is that sometimes, internally within Facebook, they're evolving, they're changing. So what used to work 6 months ago, now it no longer will accept the same sorts of materials. So you may have to start over, and sometimes that's a good thing because you've learned a lot in the last 6 months, so put it to use. All right, number 8, change your landing page. At least half of the time, the issue when your ads get rejected is because of your landing page or because of the offer page rather than the ad itself. Most people don't realize that. But if you can change the ad all you want and you're not going to get approved, but you go in and you change the headline on your landing page or something, or you look at it and say, well, okay, well, I am making a big claim here. There's a bit of hype in my content. Maybe I'll tame it down a little bit, and then all of a sudden your ad will get approved. So don't just assume that the problem is with the ad. Number 9, test by submitting an ad to a landing page that you know is compliant, something really, really tame. And then if that gets approved, then you know that there's no issue with your ad account. It's not your ad account that's been slapped. So now you can just go back about your business trying to figure out why this particular ad isn't getting approved. And number 10, think about your niche. Are you in one of the high profile, high ROI, big money niches like health, wealth, and relationships, dating, weight loss, anything like that, business opportunities, biz op stuff? If you are, then that's very likely your problem. You might consider niching down and finding something that's not such high profile and is not being considered by Google as like something to avoid. Now, if you can't do that, and you definitely want to go after one of the big 3 niches, like I do, then you want to be able to scale and you want to be able to make big, 5 or 6 figures a day. Then you're probably going to want to go after those. At least if you want to go long term, you need to go after one of the big niches. And if you find that you just can't get your ads approved, or your account is getting shut down or banned, then just contact me privately, and I'll get you hooked up. We've figured out how to do that too. So, okay, guys. Okay, that's the 10 steps that you can use to get your ads approved on Facebook. I've been doing this a long time, and I've been keeping it quiet in-house just with my private little group. Me and 4 other guys were the top affiliates on ClickBank and a bunch of different CPA networks now. And I've kind of gotten to the point where, I'm ready to start sharing some of my secrets and some of the things that I've learned along the way. So I'm kind of looking forward to start interacting with my tribe and my community more on this whole Facebook marketing stuff. I hope we'll be able to bring value to you, and I hope that maybe we can even work together on some capacity. Okay, guys, I hope that's been useful. Talk to you next time.